Still loving how Norse my territory looks. Gelra kind of gets in the way there, but slow and steady wins the race. Herder. No, Austria, you don't get Hanover back. That's not how it works. It's my land, and no one can take it. So the war with Lorraine really only involves Lorraine. I just don't want to vassalize them in case I get dragged into their horrible war. Actually, I don't think I would, since they are... they're not really involved in it all that much. Avignon, Ravensburg, Papal States. Well, none of those people are really causing me any grief. I can sit here for quite a while. Happy as pie, pleased as punch. And Ulm will fall soon. There we go. Welcome to the world of being a glorious vassal, Ulm. I wish Brunswick would see things my way as well, but they're not... Well, not yet, at least. Frankfurt I don't actually care about, so we can just say, give me the dosh, because you're not an elector. Just absolutely making sure that they are not an elector, but there we go. The money's good for me. Cheers. Okay, who's going to be the next to die? Why is Jake vassalizing them? Because that gets them on my side. Who else can be brought over to the true side? Holland and Austria are too big to vassalize, so vassalizing Brunswick would be a daft thing to do, even though I've been looking at it all this time. Lorraine I kind of want to. It's risky though, I don't want to be drawn into this war against Tuscany and France. I know it says I won't, but I don't want to take that risk. So Switzerland need to die next. I could break truce and attack them, or attack Tunis, but Tunis wouldn't help them out. There is another option, if I can find an HRE member that I'm not currently rummeling to the ground and don't have a truce with, but such nation does not appear to exist. You know, what is a campaign of mine without a truce break anyway? Tunis and Frankfurt will get involved. Why Frankfurt? Why Frankfurt? Oh, that alliance, I suppose. Gonna wish that I hadn't just stepped all over Frankfurt there. But yes, this will force Switzerland into it, and as I say and say often, what is a war without a truce break? What is a campaign by me without a truce break? Tunis, Frankfurt, well, what the hell. Bring it on. Goodbye war exhaustion, hello stability, or at least some semblance of stability. Goodbye Bern. It's actually pretty difficult to get to Bern as it happens, and France doesn't want to let me in. Can you get to Bern? In a very awkward sense, yes, you can get to Bern. Please make your way there. Additionally, we need to make our way to Prague. I don't want to just have you on Prague, but I don't have many other divisions to send to Prague. We've got you two going there. Ah, you can go to Prague. You're probably not going to find it that easy, though. Okay, there we go. Prague is going to be hell come high water to siege down. Extra defense all around on that one. So here comes that coalition. Wow, that cheesed off a lot of people. Versailles is in it as well, but hey, what can you do? We have a goal delivered straight to us from Odin, and we will see it through. Oh yeah, the Tunisians, they're a thing. Where's that fleet of mine? And why have I been ignoring it for so long? Get over her. The Ottomans may have a bone to pick with me as well. Jake, if Paradox are looking for something to do for April Fool's Day, suggest removing the truce make confirmation dialogue box. Funny, because that would be very not funny. So we're making great progress on Prague. Welcome coalition. Oh boy. You know who's going to want to coalition me? This guy, when our truce runs out in 96. What a laugh that would be. Oh, hello, Tuscany. I remember going to great lengths to make you not want to coalition me. Funny the way the world works. Also, goodbye to your fleet there, Tunis. Can't really block you off there, but we've done what we can. And would you just go away? Maybe the nobility could provide me with some good generalship. Hell, I could get a conquistador as well, that would be rather nice. You're a fast man. I like you. What I really want is another Pippa siege over here. A four fort should be able to hold out okay, so... Oh well, no, we already have one pip, so what's the concern? I guess previously we had grey skin and brown skin. Is this white skin? Beige skin? Or Norse skin? That said, brown skin was 100 times more impressive than this will ever amount to. Brown skin was just... You know, even I'm patting myself on the back, it was that good. I'm so proud of brown skin. You might have been hearing some strange noises during this stream and last. My stomach has been protesting loudly at the lack of attention and food. Can't really blame it, but Odin's work needs to be done. This is not Dane skin. Seal skin. That's not bad. But there we go, and this honestly marks the end of it all. Dismantle the goddamn HRE. Pew. Our Chancellor reports the Empire dismantled. We've dismantled the Holy Roman Empire. 100 prestige. Let's use that prestige to get ourselves right the way up to an empire. Greater Denmark has become an empire, a staggering almost 4,000 development. That's pretty good. That's pretty not bad, to be honest. You know, I could bring it up to 4,000. That would be pretty good. I need 35 development for that. Well, would you look at that? These two provinces will bring us right up there. Hope you don't mind Brunswick, but I'd rather you didn't exist. I don't care much about your friends, though. Well, I could grab myself Breda, why not? Oh, Poland should go as well. Go to my vassal, mind you. Not Shitatsu shows glorious ghetto, but Brandenburg. The rest I don't care that much about. No glorious vassals to be made. Just give us the dough. And then there's you, Lorraine. I honestly don't care about you. Let's add a province to Ulm, shall we? Can this one be added? Yeah, Ulm deserves a bit of love. Sadly, Brandenburg has taken it. Well, you know, Brandenburg can have it, to be honest. I don't really want you as a vassal, it makes no odds to me. But show me all the money. And then there is Switzerland. Oh my Switzerland, whatever do we do with you? To be fair, I really like Switzerland, so I'm happy to let them off with a white piece. But why get white piece when you can grab a ducat or two for all your troubles? And then there's this god-awful war. I don't care. Get me out of here. Peace in our time. Greater Denmark, over 4,000 development, making loads of money. Idea guy, get. And finally, we can make Adventure Island our capital. Requires just a bit more admin power, but we can milk that out of one of these. No, it's kind of nice to have the ideas there. We'll just wait it out a wee bit. Can't cancel these policies, sadly. Oh, we're only making 3 a month. Heretics in Gelra? Nonsense. Kill them to death, lads. It feels good, you know. We don't have much time to spare, but we did it, and that feels really good. Let's make some royal babies while we're here. And forget it. Innovative's great, but so long innovative. I need my refund there. We'll replace you with a better idea. Actually, they're all good at this point, so getting our capital back where it deserves to... Oh, we need to get rid of the Rebs as well. Wait, where are the Rebs? Son of a gun. Cambodian separatists. Okay, well, thankfully I was sitting on this nasty amount of attrition for all that time. Really adds to the bad idea experience, doesn't it? I think I also had these boats sitting around doing naff all. Jake, what was the goal? Ideas guy, for Odin, and dismantling the Holy Roman Empire. Which is something you should always do whenever you can. So there we go. Capital finally where it belongs, back in Adventure Island. Let's get the development up where it belongs. 53 is not too shabby. And there we have it. The HRE is banished, nowhere to be seen. Greater Denmark rules supreme, and this has been the most enjoyable campaign I think I've ever streamed. Gotta be honest there, thank you again Seaspace Echo for making these abysmally bad ideas, and it's a shame that 1.15 changed them ever so slightly. They're still pretty bad. And I'm kind of happy I got a chance to play with espionage, aristocratic, naval, and maritime, since they're not idea groups I generally take. It was also fun, in a oh god I'm dying kind of way, to have Chinese technology. Ugh. Doing that in Asia? Fine. Doing that in Europe? You're going to die. Let Brandenburg form? No. No way. Show autonomy, Jake. Yeah, if you want to see anything before I kill this campaign, now is the time to ask. Since the yellow spots tend to be the ones held by estates, not these are still held by Oldenburg. Or they were integrated from Oldenburg. Autonomy is looking pretty good. We have a nice overseas empire as well, because we needed to squeeze every ducat of dosh we could. There's also the Zanzibar trade node, which makes an incredible chunk of our money. If we hadn't gone out of our way to secure this trade and bring it over to Zanzibar, we would have been running a bit of a deficit right now. Still over 500, which is good. Show development map mode? Sure. Nothing really to shout about. Not many places developed all the way up to 30 or more. It's funny, I must have raised Europe quite a bit, because normally when I see hands-off games, these are a lot greener looking. Religious map mode as well, there we go. The Protestant Reformation really didn't take off, probably because I crushed the Scandinavians, but that made it difficult for us because we couldn't really wedge between Catholics and Protestants, and it means that the religious wars didn't really amount to much. People want to see the Americas, here we go. Mexico doing quite well. The colonial nations of Castile still held on to pretty tightly, because they could never amount to much. Brazil being allied to both France and Castile helped them out there. Some people might want to see the religion over here as well. All Catholic, as if they're going for one faith. Religious map mode outside of Europe. There we go. Sunni Confucianism holding on really well. We never bothered to convert any of these provinces we took because making them a trade company removes the religious malice, and we didn't have the power to convert them anyway unless we wanted to build cathedrals all along here. And for what purpose? Tolerance affects goods produced, but that's not an issue if there is no tolerance issue. Look there. Intolerance minus 21% and minus 0.21. No, 21% of our goods produced there. Can you show us trade map mode in all of your trade nodes? Sure, why not? It's not that we've really maximized our trade here. We could have sent a lot more boats, but we grabbed the trade from Malacca, Moluccs, and even a little bit from China. I would like a bit more, but we never sent enough ships over there. And we push it over to Zanzibar. Same with Ceylon. Ceylon and Goa go into the Gulf of Aden, which we push down here. We're not protecting Aden with ships enough. We should have put some heavy ships to take care of the piracy there. Zanzibar is my ultimate choke point for trading. If you have undisputed control of Ivory Coast, then you can push it a lot better. But the trouble is we can't really do that without taking on Castile. And they were a good friend of ours, so we didn't want to fight them. So I made sure that Cape of Good Hope was our plug. Nobody had provinces in the Cape of Good Hope other than me, so nobody had power propagate into Zanzibar, which means Zanzibar was almost 100% ours. It was unfortunate that Castile was able to grab this, because they were able to bring ships to push the trade here. But what I did was I collected over in the Cape of Good Hope as well, so that Castile would not deem it worthy enough to try to push trade into somewhere that I dominate anyway. So that's why Zanzibar nets us 125 ducats. Not really much to say about what comes along here because the other Europeans dominate this. But Sevilla is worth a paltry 25 ducats to Castile, whilst the English Channel is worth 135 to us. And all we're really pushing there is Lubecker trade. It's not that we're taking stuff from the Americas. That's all flowing into Bordeaux and Sevilla. We're not even drinking that Russian trade. That wool, not wool, but the fur is worth a fair bit. If I'd optimized my trade fleets, I could have done that, but I know I was going to be at war, and I am terrible at micromanaging my trade fleets. That's why I so rarely build light ships. Will you go for Great Perm next? I do want Great Perm at some point. I still think it should be called Permafrost. Jake, did you convert Norse outside of Europe? Nope. Just Greenland, really. There was no point. Truly no point. Because like I said, we don't get the malice here. Our Shitatsu shows Ghetto here. Where is... I'm in the trade map mode here. The name is awful there. It would be a little better if I coloured map modes, but I'd have to come out of the game for that. Shitatsu shows Glorious Ghetto. They're not even that rebellious, which is quite nice, even though administrative efficiency hurts you in that a big way. We don't care about the tariffs, but it is nice to get a little shipment of gold and silver every now and then, as long as pirates don't destroy it. Score list is an interesting one. I'm very happy to get 12,000, almost 13,000 points from this awful starting position, but if we go to score comparison, Ottomans number 1, France number 2. Wow, we are very close, and if we let time pass, we would overtake France. But who's got time for that? Still second place, Pashah. Other ledger things, manpower and armies. Ottomans still number 1. We could boost ourselves a little higher than them, but it would be hard pressed to beat their force limit. Manpower, I'm not sure who would have maximum. But you know, we beat the Ottomans already thanks to our cunning and guile. Whew. Form Scandinavia for comparison, Jake. Heavens no, not going to do that. Why would we get rid of Crater Denmark and Glorious Britain? Oh nice, this became Greater Denmark. So is that, there's no glorious subarctic islands going on. There is, however, glorious Congo, glorious South Africa, glorious East Africa, glorious Yemen. Is our name even here, or am I just blind as usual? Oh, I think it's very, very smallly written here, saying glorious India, glorious Indonesia, glorious Indochina. We're just glorious. It's difficult to argue with that. In fact, you honestly just cannot. Let it tick to February the 1st to see glorious Europe. Turn on observer mode. This is an Iron Man game, so even if I wanted to, console not available. Nice. Pretty nice. Well, last chance for anything before I kill this, and I'll probably take a short break before I stream something else. I do owe 2 hours of hell for this week, so we shall see about that. And this didn't even take the full 2 hours that I thought it would, so I can be happy about that. Now, if somehow you went through and watched all of these videos, then honestly, I don't know what brings you to watch these entire things. Holy crap. This is why we love the aristocracy. Thank you. I hear there are even some crazy people that watched all of Ryukyu. You people are stark raving mad, to be honest. But your patronage is very much appreciated. Jake, time to world conquest. Well, I hope this late game really showed off how much imperialism unlocks your expansion capabilities. Because for a lot of this game, we were really tied to northern Germany and Scandinavia. It's very difficult to throw our influence further out, because our troops were too useless to really dominate over in Iberia. Probably could have done more to expand our reach, but this wasn't a hyper-blobbing game, so it was never in my intention to kind of take over all this of Russia or end up taking over the Balkans, because frankly, who would ever want it? I'm very happy with this entire campaign. Extremely satisfied, even. Hot on your heels there, France. We're making more than you per month, so in 100 months we'd overtake you. It's pretty badass. Pretty badass. Total income, Jake? We are the champion. Especially when we get events like these all the time. If you have lots of trade companies, take the second option. Even though the first one is more profitable in the over the 10 years, the fact that it still allows it to trigger after you take the second one is the reason you should go for that. We have made many, many thousands of ducats thanks to that event. I'm also curious economically how much money we're making from provinces. Oh, I don't think I have that here. There's trade value, but that doesn't really show anything off. Just wonderful. Jake, Custom Nation Madagascar, World Conquest next. No, Madagascar will be played in the future, but not right now. How's that bloomin' canal of ours doing? That'll be done in about a year and a half. France has joined the coalition against us. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do attack us, since now they have a fairly bulky coalition, but I'm not about to fight that off. If anything, I could just sit back and watch Greater Denmark get dismantled. I mean, truce breaking does come with fairly hefty downsides, but we've got what it takes to deal with that. Jake, what was hardest about this run? The Chinese tech units. The hardest thing about this whole run was that we didn't take any military ideas and that we started gimped in our military. Early Chinese units are fairly crappy. Kind of levels out. You end up being a little worse than Europeans towards the end. But just not having any bonus to our military at all. And I don't count noble knights as a genuine bonus unless you're going Eastern European or Horde. Look at that. No bonus to discipline. We have it thanks to government form, but that was a late one. Our morale... Okay, granted, we got our army tradition and power projection and our advisor, but these are available to everybody. Some of those wars, people had more than 2 pips of morale better than us, and that is so huge. So unbearably huge. Dominated the oceans though, which was kind of nice, but even then we had to get powerful enough to do that. And at that point, if you're powerful enough to have a big ass navy, you'll win anyway. It was hard. It was very hard. I have lots of achievements left to do, but this run was only about these 2. And it's such a relief to have gotten them, because I could just see myself. You know, if at this point... if I was really trying to maximize it, I reckon I could get my total income up to 700. But that would be pushing it. If I'd actually had ideas geared towards it, the sky is the limit. But at this point, money becomes more or less meaningless unless you're playing multiplayer. At this point, I would want more available mercenaries, which used to be one of our idea groups. Now we just get cost, and cost isn't so important. I need loads of them. Which tech group has the best units, Jake? Eastern and Western. Early game, Anatolian is pretty amazing. And of course, Horde's early game are... whew, something else. Jake, Jewish Cataman, World Conquest next. No, I'll leave that to Florey. He seems to know what he's doing. Kiel Canal finally finished. Hey, did anybody circumnavigate the globe? Well, I can't get the achievement for it anyway, but... let's enjoy this. Hold on, no, this needs to be done with honor. Where is that, Huh, go figure. Take a nap in Malta. I'll never forget our sweaty invasion of Malta. There we're gonna go. I'm gonna take, you're not gonna be called the light ship. You're gonna be called... just Glory, actually. The Glory. And we'll celebrate that Kiel Canal the best way we know how. To completely ignore it. Huh? Oh, it's because I've set you to patrol. Alright. Let's enjoy this. Who needs a canal when we can just carve a path through Schleswig? That isn't Glory, Jake. I know a virtual bark when I see. Don't get me started on virtual bark. Okay, this has been fun. Almost too much fun, so we need to kill it here. I do not have my next campaign planned out, but it will certainly be starting before too long. Not today, heavens no, I have other things to do. But if you have an idea for a campaign, please send me a PM on Twitch. I read them all. But we're just going to end it there. Hey Bjorn, I know we're coming to the end here, but I need a last bit of advice from you, Bjorn, please.
Hey, are you demolishing? Stay true, stay metal.
Thank you, Bjorn. Your words are inspiring. Cheers, everyone, and cheerio.